Morning. Now, firstly, background noise and so on. I'm sorry, I'm in the garden. I've got seagulls flying overhead and the kids next door playing football. So, we'll see how we go. Reason for the video. People have asked me about some of my setups and what knots I use. Well, I only use 3. I'm a great believer in keeping it simple. And what I use, 6mm cordage I've got from a local boatyard type supplier. It's quite lightweight, doesn't stretch too much, and it doesn't knot up when it's wet like paracord tends to. So that's my choice for that. In case you're interested, that is 10 meters, 30 feet. And the other thing that I use is a pair of bootlaces, which you'll see in a minute. Right, I'm in the shade here, obviously under the tree. Using black cordage isn't ideal, but I'll try and get the angle and lighting the best I can. And also having the camera quite close. I'm happy to reach over it, so we'll see how this goes. And I'll do it as slow as I can. Right, so I'm just past the end around the tree. Is that in shot? Yeah. 2 fingers. This is the long end. This is the short working end. Can you see that? Yeah? If I put that there, so it just forms like a cross. I hope that's fairly obvious. And I'll reach around, get the short end up between my 2 fingers, and just pull it through. It's just made a loop. Now I can get hold of the long end, slide him into the tree. That'll go nowhere. You can obviously do it as tight as you need, ratchet it on. It's really not going to move. I've used that method for, well, ever, and it's fine. And of course also, you just need to get the little short end, give him a tug, hey presto, it's off. So as this seems to be the sort of brightest area to film, I'll do that knot on the other tree, then come back to this point and do the second knot. Right, let's see how this goes. Couldn't get the angle I wanted because of the sun. Now I've already tied on at a distance. This is the second tree, which I'm just going to go around. Am I at the right height there? Look at the camera. Yeah. Taking up your slack. Being shot. Yeah. So wind on as much tension as you want. That's pretty tight. And then I'll go under. Back around. Now this is the bit that I'm not sure how well it'll film. Adjust it a little bit to there. I'll try and make it obvious. Sorry about the noise. I'm going just under here and pinch. I'm going to pull out the working end about a foot, and then I'm going to stick it through this gap where the first loop went round the tree. There's a V here, down, between this pair, and back through this loop I've created where I've got it pinched, like that. And then give it a pull. That won't come undone. If you want to be absolutely double sure, you can always loop it a second time on the line. I could have done it a lot tighter, but at this angle, bending over, leaning over the camera, it's difficult. That is basically how it is. And again, simple to undo. That was the second loop bit. Here's the working end. Job done. Now it's bootlace time. I use these for a couple of reasons. Mainly for ridgeline, to do the tensioning. I've just stuck the basher on the line just to show you. A simple prusik. Most people have seen this, you know, it's a very, very basic, very, very common knot. But you basically just need a loop. Some people do it with a continual loop, so to speak. You know, I just do it with a straight bootlace. Fold it in half. Start with a loopy end up behind the string. And it's just a case of putting the tails through the loop once, twice. A lot of people do it 3 times. It will hold firmer on 3 loops, but I normally find 2 is enough because of this line that I'm using and the soft and flexibility of the bootlace. They grip one another quite well, so I just go through twice, but 2, 3, 4, whatever you like. And just get hold of the tails, pull up the slack, have a bit of a tidy so it looks pretty, although it still work. Just like that. And then what I do next is I get the loop of my tarp. I'm quite shot there, hang on. Like that. And I put one end of the bootlace through there. I will tie a simple bow, just like your shoelaces. Pull it nice and tight. And then you can just get hold of the prusik. Give it a slide, get some tension on it. That'll go nowhere. Simple as that. The other reason I prefer doing it this method rather than using a loop, I like leaving the ends here, the tails, because if you do get a lot of rain, they work like drip lines. If the rain is running from the tree down here rather than going under your tarp, it tends to get to this knot, and if it does soak all this right through, the water tends to travel down, just drip off the ends, or at least in my experience, that's how it works. So that's the 3 simple knots that I use. Well, I suppose 4 if you include the bow, but hey, I think just about everyone knows how to tie a bow. I hope that's been some help.